Okay, what I'm going to do here, let's see, chapter 2, St. John. First part was that Jesus went to a wedding and his mother said, all right, y'all do what y'all need. When he tells you to do something, y'all do it. So they got some jars together. It was 20 to 30 gallons. It was 6 stone water jars, and it was 20 to 30 gallons. So that equaled out to 120 to 180 gallons altogether, or 550 to 840 bottles, which Jesus turned water into wine on at that marriage feast. So he wants people to get married. That was his design. And instead of just living together, and he wanted people to be married. But anyways, they had it, because that's his plan for everybody for a young man or a young lady to leave the family and to be married and start their own family. Let's see. Now we'll start in verse 12 of chapter 2 of John. After this, he went down to Capernaum, he and his mother and his brethren, and his disciples. They continued there not many days. And the Jewish Passover was at hand, and Jesus went up to Jerusalem and found in the temple those that sold oxen, sheep, and doves, and the changers of the money sitting. And when he had made a scourge of small cords, he drove them all out of the temple, and the sheep and the oxen, and poured out the changers' money and overthrew the tables. So Jesus was kind of mad because that's what they was doing this in the synagogue and in a church. And said unto them that sold doves, take these things hence. He didn't say that now. He said it like this. Take these things hence. Make not my Father's house an house of merchandise. I think he's kind of fired up because he overturned money changers and overthrew tables, so he kind of fired up. Verse 17. And his disciples remembered that it was written, the zeal of thine house hath eaten me up. Then 18. Then answered the Jews and said unto them, what sign showest thou unto us, seeing that thou doest these things? And Jesus answered and said unto them, destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up. Then said the Jews, 46 years was this temple in building, and wilt thou rear it up in 3 days? But he spake of the temple of his body, which he's talking about his body, not the temple. When therefore he was risen from the dead, Christ is risen from the dead, he's alive right now, sitting at the right hand of the Father this very second, as you see in this video on YouTube. His disciples remembered that he had said this unto them, and they believed the scriptures and the word which Jesus had said. Now, when he was in Jerusalem at the Passover in the feast day, many believed in his name when they saw the miracles which he did. But Jesus did not commit himself unto them, because he knew all men, and needed not that any should testify of man, but he knew what was in man. So that'll take care of that, and we'll start chapter 3 of St. John.